The bottom line is, look, you signed a contract to say 155. Do I think it's right? Yes, because you signed the contract to say 155. Now, John and I, we agree on how that is all established. The reason why you saw when Khabib got on the scale and it was like 155, boom. The reason why you saw that is because, look, no different when you're wrestling in high school and college. You set the scale at the top. You set the scale at the weight. If the scale breaks, it's good. Boom. Run it off, it's over. If the scale drops off the end, if the scale makes a break off the end, guys made weight, boom, slide it over. The reason that it's scary is because John and I have talked about this as well, is if you get a digital scale, right, John?
Yep.
That scale now says 155.1, 155.2. You're still overweight. Go cut the weight. That's where you run into a problem. So now it becomes more concise, more personal, accurate. It's more accurate than a normal scale that you just slide over. Now, did the Arizona Commission fuck up? No, they didn't fuck up, but they could have been like, fuck it.
They were very. Here's the problem with it is,
John's got. He knows a little bit more than I do.
This is what it comes down to. There's letter of the law, and the letter of the law says that the fighter shall weigh in for championship weight. That means that in lightweight it's 155.0 or below.
Tell them the story of me with Gil. Several times.
You and Nate.
Oh, me and Nate as well. Oh, me and Nate too.
Yeah.
But the me and Gil thing was this, is that I weighed in, it was for a title fight. Me and Nate was not for a title fight.
No.
But Gil and I, several times, all three of our fights were in
California.
You
can weigh in one time.
You can only weigh in one time.
If you miss
weight,
you miss weight.
You miss weight.
They don't let you.
There's no hour. There's no 2 hours.
That's changed, but that's the way it was.
Back then, it was no hour. There was no 2 hours. You had no time to make the weight. You lost your opportunity to win your title. So when I fought him the first time, it was one time. Second time, one time. So literally just skivvies. Don't even take a chance. I knew I was on weight, but still, you never know what the scale is going to do. So that is a different situation. Things have changed, okay? But the thing is, we went from all three were on an actual real scale on one of those
triple beam scale,
whatever they call. I don't know what they're called.
Called the triple beam scale.
Okay, but that changes the way you look at things. You need to come in on weight, and I am not in favor of the way that the Arizona Commission handled it because it should have been. It broke, done. It should have been that way. And people gave Khabib a hard time. So did he really make the weight? Did my teammate really make the weight? I don't know. You want to know why? Because it broke. Once it breaks, that means that you're actually at the weight you should be.
Yeah,
that's all it means.
If you're putting hands on towels and things like that.
We don't discuss that, okay? We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that, okay? We don't talk about Bruno. We just go, okay? For those of you guys that have kids, you guys understand. We don't talk about Bruno, okay? So we just swipe the weight and move over. Podcast Dave, you understand?
The whole thing is this. I look at it like, I understand there's the rules, but there's spirit of the law and there's letter of the law.
That's not how the law works.
Yes, it is.
No.
That's exactly how the law works.
You either broke the law or you didn't.
No.
John, you're a former cop. You should understand that. You either broke the law or you didn't.
Okay? That's the way you look at it, but no.
That's not the way it is.
I look at it, when they're at that position, is there an advantage being gained by one fighter? And there's not. And there's something was off based upon he went another hour and didn't lose 1 ounce. Something's up there. Something's wrong.
Well, sometimes you can't get your sweat back.
It doesn't matter. An hour of time
sometimes you
will
can't
at
get your
least
sweat
take
back.
an ounce.
John, I would agree with you normally.
An ounce.
I would agree with you normally, but when I fought Clay Guida, I lost 12 pounds.
1 ounce.
I lost 12 pounds in 2 hours.
Yeah.
After I got done with those 12 pounds, I literally could not sweat one more drop. I didn't lose anything. I actually gained a half pound.
How the hell did you gain?
No idea.
There's no way that you gained.
On my scale,
it's something's wrong.
Then I went home, went to sleep.
You're not putting any in your
Went
mouth.
home, went to sleep, slept off a pound, woke up, was able to sweat just fine.
Yeah.
It really depends. I think it depends on what your body's willing to give you. He may have been so depleted that his body wouldn't give anymore. I mean, that's kind of once you stop your sweat, it's hard to get it back going.
This is true.
And so every fighter, not fighter, but most wrestlers will tell you that. But I want to make sure that, do I think that he got screwed? No, I don't think he got screwed. You want to know why I don't think he got screwed? He signed on the dotted line saying he will make the 155. Now, could the commission have done him a favor like they did with other people?
How many times?
Like they did with Nate Diaz.
How many times?
In California, they did it with Nate Diaz.
Okay, in
When I fought
California,
Nate Diaz-
how about up in Canada with George St. Pierre? How about in all these other spots?
Yep.
Let's be honest.
When you look at when I fought Nate, it was the same exact thing. He weighed in, he was a pound over. A pound over 156, by the way. Then he dropped his skivvies. He was still a pound over, like a little over half pound is what they said. Then not Nate, but Dana and Joe Silva, they all huddled. And as you know, he was on weight. They had a conversation with the commission. They said, look, scale could be wrong. Let's do it again. They still looked around. He never made weight. But at the end of the day, if you're a fighter, you have to fight that fighter no matter what. You shouldn't care about what they weighed in at, because at the end of the day, a half pound, you're going to tell me a half pound is really going to keep you from living your dream and winning that fucking title? You're out of your goddamn mind. I told Joe Silva right after that, I said, I don't give a shit if he was a half pound over or if he was fucking 8 pounds over. I would have still fucking fought his
8
ass.
pounds is different. It's different.
I think at that time, right, I'd already done all the work. I was like, I'm good. I fought guys that were 205 back when there was no money. Like, you're going to pay me this amount of money to fight someone? I'm like, fuck it. So, you know what I mean? But anyways, Nate didn't wake, but still, the fight was the fight. It how it happened. It goes down the way it did. But to me, Charles Oliveira, Islam Makhachev is the fight to make. Everyone says, oh, he's got to fight Dariush first. No, okay, fine. Have him fight Dariush, but it's got to happen soon.
Why?
Is Dariush ready to fight? What? And the other thing, too, is why are you getting rid of one of your number one contenders?
That's what I'm saying. You
have no one else to fight him. He's already beat the other guys. He's already beat Dustin. He's already beat Justin.
The two that Charles has
Dustin,
not beat
Justin, and Chandler.
He has not beat Dariush, and he has not beat Makhachev.
So why would you get rid of one of your contenders? What happens? Let's just say, and I honestly think, you have Dariush fight either Chandler to see if he refights for the title again, which is a fun fight because the two of them are crazy and wild. Okay, to me, I'd love to see that fight. That to me would be a barn burner, especially if it was a main event. And I would love to see Nate versus Chandler as well, because there's a lot of talk. We'll talk about that later, okay, because that's some news we're going to talk about. But John, the fight to me to make is, and everyone's like, oh, he's a fighting top contenders. I'm sorry, but what's his name? Arman Sarukian, Moises, who else? I know Bobby Green's not in the top, but it's like these are all things that Bobby Green was out of his control. Last minute replacement, that type of stuff. If you want to compare, but who has Dariush fought? Who has he fought recently?
Tony Ferguson.
What? Really? You're saying that deserves to be like, who's going to get the title shot?
Well, it should be Makhachev.
Yes. That's all I'm saying.
No.
Because if you already have Justin, you already have Dustin, you already have Chandler.
It's very simple.
They've all fought for the title already.
Charles is on what? A 10 or 11 fight win streak?
I think it's 11 now.
And Makhachev is on a 10 fight win streak?
Yeah, it makes sense.
That's the matchup.
Yeah, it's the matchup.
Gaethje deserved the shot, I thought, based upon his win over
I
Chandler.
thought over his performance, yes.
Yeah, I thought, you know what? He deserves that shot.
Yeah.
He got the shot. He wasn't able to do it. Now it's Makhachev. He gets the shot. That's the way I believe it should be. And I would like to see Dariush and Chandler, but obviously
I think it's a great fight.
That's not going to happen.
But if it was him and Nate, I ain't mad at that. But I don't want to see it be a 3-round fight. I want to see it be a 5-round fight.
100% agree.